All right. Hello, everyone. We're back again.
Hello, it's me.
And me. It's crazy. I didn't become ungray. I forgot to ungray myself. I don't really know why it's happening.
It's mysterious.
Yeah, thanks OBS. That's on.
It's like
it's the spirit of artfight.
it's like in the Trolls movies when they get their joy sucked out of them or something.
I have not watched Trolls at all.
I have not
This is a
either.
hot
I
take.
just know
What?
that one. I just know that one thing from
Like
the
music killed my grandma, singing killed my
Yes, yes.
grandma. That's all I know.
Our fate killed my grandma.
Yeah, but I still do it for 9 years. It's the vengeance.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there is revenge in it, so like.
That's true. There is revenge in Artfight, and I've done some.
I was gonna say there are two things going on with attack and defense at this time of the year this year, and that is World Cup. Which
You
is
just really want to mention the World Cup. It's so funny.
yeah. Listen, it's been taking up too much of my
You're
free time, and
obsessed.
I'm not drawing. I'm
I watched
crocheting
one
instead.
of the games, and it was so bad. Like,
No, listen, like there are a lot of games that are bad, but there are some that are really tense, and if
Yeah.
you want it to be fun, it can be fun. You just need to like be multitasking.
that's fair. I feel like once I watched Blue Lock, soccer became like less like real life soccer became less crazy for me, unless they're doing like fucking backflips and like kicking the ball in, which they do sometimes do.
Yeah. Switzerland, Colombia just ended in penalties, and the goalie was really good.
Oh,
I
wow.
love talking about art fight.
Yeah, this is so artfightful. Anyway,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess Artfight started. That's a thing that's
Yeah.
happened, and the site was quite silly funny this year.
Yeah,
And
I forgot about the waiting room for a second.
oh my god, the waiting room. Yeah, I actually forgot that there was a waiting room. Also, I just was gonna talk about how it like crashed, but then it was a very interesting move, actually.
Like, in what sense? That it crashed and then uncrashed and then crashed again? Or...
Well, like, I'm just surprised they did something about it. like that they had a measure. Like if they like prepped it or not. Like,
yeah.
because in the past they just have let it just be, you know? They're just like
They did say they did all like the server upgrades that they did last year along with some extra stuff, and it still went down. So
yeah.
maybe there was just too many people.
It could just be bots. I'm gonna be real.
Very
like,
possible.
I think the funny like undercurrent of like who's botting Artfight is really like
I mean,
I'm interested. You know?
Wait, wasn't it last year that there were some like attacks that I could be totally misremembering this, or it could have been the year before, but there were like a bunch of almost automated attacks that were just like a
I
line
think
scribble.
It was Seafoam.
Okay, that might
started.
have been it. Yeah.
But like I do remember this. There was someone like posting 1 million attacks. I don't know if that was like through a script or that was like manually posting attacks.
I would think through a script. Especially because
Yeah,
it like
maybe.
inflated the points
Yeah.
so much.
I missed the points. Can we talk about that? Like
Yes.
somebody mentioned like, oh, we don't have points anymore. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was someone like in our server. And then I was like, oh fuck, we don't have points anymore at all.
Yeah, I think it was yeah. It's
It
percentages
feels weird.
now. Yeah, it's like it's ungaming the fight again.
It really like every year I'm like, well, it can't get less art fight, and then it kind of like the game just like squelches out.
Somehow they managed to make it less art fight.
I feel like the points, like the point keeping, you know, that was the first blow, like not having people update points in chat, because like if you were just like chudding it up in chat, you know, and you were not paying attention to site, like, but you saw, you know, the one person who just would post the points like every so often, you'd be like, oh yeah, wow, like team spirit, you know, like let's go, like comedy, like oh my gosh, we gotta win. But now it's like no one talks about it at all.
Yeah. I think for this year, because comedy has such a big sweep, but also like nobody cares, like we're at 51%.
Yeah, like I don't know. It
Yeah.
just it doesn't hit the same. Like I don't like a number. Like I'm not gonna be able to change like a tenth of a percent. That's impossible. So it
Yeah.
just feels like I can't do anything.
I miss numbers, guys. Can we go back to
I miss
numbers?
number. I miss when people. Oh my god, there was one person who like really closely tracked the points,
Oh yes,
and
I remember this too, in like werewolves
yeah,
especially.
yeah, and it was in Seafoam and Stardust too. Like they would, and I
Mm.
think at some point I started doing that because I was interested to see like when botting was happening, like
Yeah, I
if we
remember
could
this. I
see
remember
it in the
this.
points. Because some people were like, oh, like Stardust is botting or something, and then it was like not actually that. It was like after the bots stuff happened, and then it was just like people were really paranoid about it. Um, but yeah, I missed that because it was really cool to see like how it kind of snowballed and or didn't snowball.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of art fight stuff has become a lot more individualized. Like when it comes to attack begging and like, oh, I have to be on someone's hit list, or I have to
Bruh. Yeah.
like I have to get permission to attack someone and stuff like that. But especially with how point keeping has changed to stats posting, where are like, I've received this many defensives and made this many attacks and whatnot.
The interesting thing is that like it used to happen before, but like when people used to do it before, it wasn't like I feel like people they copied their whole stats block, so they also copied like how many points they had, and that was
Mm.
a thing that people don't. I mean, I could be misremembering, but I feel like I remember seeing that more.
No, I do
But
too.
but now people say like what is it like attacks, defenses, and like friendly fire maybe or like revenges or something. Like it's kind of weird. Like I don't. It
Yeah.
just feels so like it's I don't know. It's been going down for a while, but like it just feels so not game, I guess. Like it really feels like people are just trying to get art out of other people. Like
Oh, absolutely. Can I segue this into my point thing about
yeah, go for it.
like virtue signaling?
Mhm.
I feel like there have been more people using characters in art fight to virtue signal, and I think it kind of, in a way, has a dissonance with like, oh, I love being attacked by beginner artists and stuff like that, because I've seen a lot of that happening, which is like, it's great. I love that art fight is generally a welcoming place to beginner artists. Um, but I've seen a lot of people get very up in arms about like, oh, someone tried their best to draw my character plus size, and they didn't get it perfectly right, which means they were thin washed. And it's like you can tell if someone is trying their best versus not, I feel, in a lot of cases. And I feel like people are getting mad about people trying their best and using that to virtue signal, being like, oh, I'm such a good person. I have fat characters and nobody's drawing them right, and therefore like I'm oppressed for having the characters.
I feel like it's kind of a phenomenon that has been happening in the past years where it's like it might not necessarily be so much about virtue signaling, but like maybe more about people going to Gen Chat and just like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like we used to kind of have like a stronger mod presence so people wouldn't really vague post about like attacks and stuff
Yeah.
they got because I mean the thing is for people who like don't know why this is a rule, it's like if someone has their art fight linked, right? And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I got an attack, like they whitewashed my character or something." Like you can very easily go to their profile from their Discord and then you can find that person and you can like harass that person. So the mods like were pretty strong about like saying don't do this, just like report it if there's something reportable, but like, don't really post about it. And now I feel like we either, I don't know, mod presence feels like less consistent than it was before. And it might just be the times I'm active in chat, but like I really don't see a lot of mods compared to regular users in the times that I'm active, which like to be fair is, not during the workday. Um, but yeah, I feel like that might also be part of it because the weirdness about posting, like going and complaining about, I mean, obviously it might be a warranted complaint, right? If they actually did do
Yeah.
something like that, but to be like, oh my gosh, guys, this person like drew my character so like incorrectly, like that, I feel like that just didn't happen as much before. I don't know.
Yeah, it was more of just like a report and sit back and relax.
Yeah, I wonder
Like,
how
even if
much.
nothing happens, you don't comment on it and you go, oh, that sucks, whatever.
Yeah, like I really feel like people have kind of blown it up a lot because like I've been playing for a long time and I used to give out like 100 attacks per year, and like my ratio has always been pretty close to 50, so like I was getting like a lot of stuff from people, and I just have never really gotten anything. There was one time where like someone maybe like exaggerated, like low-key gave one of my characters boobs when they didn't have boobs, but I was like, in the ref, like it's kind of like, they just read the ref kind of incorrectly, like they didn't do it on purpose to be malicious or anything. So it's like I have like a lot of art and I feel like people are just blowing it out of the water, or like they just get bad luck, and then because people will post about it in chat or they'll post about it on socials, but all of the people who don't have this happening, like obviously aren't posting like, oh, thank God nobody like drew my character incorrectly.
Thank God I've gotten such a beautiful art that respects my character's body types and ethnicities and gender presentation. I love
Yeah,
artfight.
like no one's really posting, so it's like the selection bias thing, right, with the
Yeah.
airplane.
I feel like it could be related to something that's been kind of a plague on critical media literacy, if you don't mind me using that term. Which is like if someone critiques a character and someone is attached to that character, then they feel it is a critique on them. I feel like this could be vaguely related to like, oh, if someone draws something slightly incorrect for my character, even if they're not a persona or anything, I feel the attack personally. Using attack as a word, not as an artfight term.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because like I have characters who are like very personal to me up on Artfight now, whereas in the past, for like basically the past 7 years, I haven't had any where I've had like a very strong attachment. And like one of the characters, like the way that I draw his face is like very, very specific. And a lot of people like don't draw it in the same way because like they have a different style, right? And I'm like, oh, that like isn't how I would draw it, and I'm like, oh, like I wouldn't necessarily say this is like a canon like piece of art or something that I could put up and say like this is this character, but it doesn't bother me that much. Like I'm not like going about and complaining in chat. I'm not like, oh my god, they didn't draw this face exactly the way I draw this face. It's like,
Yeah.
it's so chill. Like, and I like seeing what people think of like interpreting the character, like.
I think it's like totally fine to have preferences and everything, but I've recently become more relaxed in the sense that I allow like alternate universe designs and stuff, because if you want to draw that or design that, hell, some art I already think of as being in an alternate universe because I didn't detail all of the character's lore, and that's actually not possible, the thing that someone has drawn, so therefore it's an alternate universe in my brain. And it feels nice to be able to explicitly say that, because I'm not like commissioning art for a book or something, it's just my scrimblow or whatever.
Yeah, I do think like there's an interesting trend I feel like I see of like when people put their permissions up as a new like beginner, they'll either be like none, and that will be like, well, okay, there's maybe three. One is just like being normal, right? Like, okay, there's some things that are specific that I don't want to have happen. And then there are people who just put nothing, and I'm like, okay, well, I think you probably do have some limits, and you might find them out just in case somebody draws them and you get bad luck. But the third type is like people who are super, super over permissions. And some of this is like older members as well, because I mean, we've certainly had kind of attack scandals, I will say, of like various people drawing things and people going, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. Don't do that to me. And it's like, okay, well, it wouldn't happen to you, but like it's fine if you want to put a permission there.
Also, like the person who did that probably would not care about permissions.
I mean, maybe they would, but like,
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I feel like there's always an attack every single year where it's like, oh, this is a new thing I have to put in my permission. Like, don't draw my characters pregnant or whatever it is.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Dude, last year.
I
Like,
remember
it cannot be happening that often.
Yeah.
Like, it's... Like, there's some where I would be like, okay, this would just piss me off, but, like, it's just so unlikely to happen that it's like, okay, well, you're kind of, like, making people think about it by putting in your permissions.
Exactly.
Like, and then other people think that it's something that they need to put in their permissions, and then, like, everybody's like, oh my god, there's someone going around drawing everyone's OCs pregnant. I need to, like, stop this. It's like, what
There's
the fuck, bro?
the art fight Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are definitely people. I remember there was one. Do you remember the person who was like the OC killer? And they would
What?
like, you don't. Oh, maybe you didn't. This was a while ago. They were like drawing like people's characters with like their they cut their heads off, like very cartoony. But they were like putting them like on a wall or something. They were like, I killed, like my OC killed your OC.
That's crazy.
It's
That
kinda
just
funny,
reminded
though.
though, if anyone knows me from a server I was in like, what was it? 2021, I think. This was around Sugar Spice. No, that was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020, and
Bloom Wither.
I did a raffle for whose character I would draw next to my character holding their spine.
What?
That reminds me of that. If anyone knows me from that server,
What the
hello.
Bro, this is deep lore. What
Yeah,
is
deep lore.
this? That's
I was
crazy.
gonna say something and I forgot because I was reminded of yalleh spine lore.
Spawn lore. Yeah, I feel like Artfight, I don't know, like, the whole kind of, you know, interactions and things like that with other characters has really kind of fallen off. Not that it's ever, like, really been a big thing, but I feel like it's, I mean, I see people like, oh, how do I get, like, interacts or, like, ship art or whatever, and it's like, even if you do it, like, I do it for people, and, like, I usually don't get it back, because it's just, like, there's no incentive to, really.
Yeah. There's one thing that is just kind of just a me thing. This does not go for every art fighter. I feel like I have to say that. But someone asked me, like, how do you make friends on Artfight? And I feel like that's a valid question, and I gave some honest tips, I feel. But every now and then, I chat with people in general and whatnot. And then they'd, like, how do I say that? There is the assumption that because we have talked, that we should be friends, and I have very little, like, mental bandwidth for conversations, and I already have enough messages to respond to. And so, like, it's nothing personal. I just have to be like, sorry, we were but passing ships in the night. That's all.
I think there's like there's this how do I describe this, because it doesn't really exist in the server anymore, but like when the server was smaller and there were more regulars, because there's definitely a lot of people who have left who were regulars, and also a lot of people who like are not here for other circumstances. But it was like there was a line of like you were gen chat friends versus like server friends, because like if you crossed into a certain amount of like interaction and like vibing with each other, like you would be, one of you would invite each other into like a more private space, like a more like, you know, personal space. But like having just like a gen chat friend was like a thing where you would just like do bits and stuff, you know. Like,
oh, absolutely.
And I think that's like a beautiful art that's been lost. I think more people, there's like one person I can think of who does bits anymore. Shout out that person. They definitely aren't listening to this, but
I love the assumption that, like, everybody is listening to the Art Fight podcast.
yeah, every single
We are famous. We've gotten
art
famous
fighter.
in 2 years, and we now have thousands of viewers.
Yeah, every art fighter, it's mandatory to listen to the official, unofficial Art Fight podcast.
Yeah, it's legally distinct from the non-existent official Art
True.
Fight podcast.
They probably wouldn't call it official. I like the idea that they would have to call it the official Art Fight podcast.
There is another Art Fight podcast out there that's
What?
not related to Art Fight the game. It's just called the Art Fight podcast for like art controversy or something, and it's really funny. I've seen it.
Wait, that's so funny. We should do a collab. We should do a
We
collab, and
should, we
it's us
should.
reading the fucking Tumblr. The
Oh, there's a
Confessions Tumblr. I haven't read it actually this year at all. Maybe I should check it out. Let's see if there's anything on there. It's always
I'm
terrible.
curious.
Don't read it.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at
See.
it a few times, and like you can. This is weird to say, but you can get addicted to it, and I would recommend just not getting into it because then your art fight mood is soured, and it kind of sucks.
I don't remember what the blog was called. I went to a confession blog and it just said some crazy things. It's not the
Oh,
Art Fight
God.
Confession blog. Is it Art Fight Confessions? Wait, I don't know what it's called. Well, whatever.
Let me find it. Art fight drama confessions.
Art Fight Drama Confessions. I see. Someone else took Art Fight Confessions. Art Fight Drama Confessions. It's so stupid. Sorry, if you posted to Confessions, we love you.
I love the idea that there's like art fight non-drama confessions, just like ill.
No, wait, yeah, isn't there one that's like, wait, Art Fight Drama blog? Why is there 4 different blogs?
What do you mean? There's 4?
Wait, yeah, Art Fight Drama Confessions. Anyway,
Don't need.
I like it though because like, you know, before we had the TikTok, before we had like the news post comment, you know, discourse, like all this stuff, we had Art Fight Drama Confessions, and that's where you would go to see people just like just putting anything out there.
I love that.
There was some not even vague posting on there though. Like, I mean, but the thing is like people acknowledged it as like a different space. Like, I don't think a lot of people even know about this blog if they're new this year. Like,
Probably. Let me see what I got on the list.
oh, I have things I can talk about too. Let's see.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, this was something I thought was interesting. You were saying that like you like doing art fight less. Like you like doing less
literally what I
art
was
fight.
gonna bring up. That's so
Yeah.
funny. It's not that I like doing art fight less, it's that when I have years, like the past 2 years, where I haven't had that much going on in July, and like that it's kind of it's relative. Like I still have stuff going on, it's just not like being slammed 24/7. Or even I'm not traveling or something. I think that there's so much art fight time that I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with all of this. And I end up kind of not doing much, and it's just not very fun. Like, there's too much art fight time, and therefore I get stressed. And then I end up doing nothing. I think when I have more on my schedule, and I'm like, oh, I only have a certain amount of time to make art fight attacks, I'm like, okay, there's like motivation to take the time that I have, and therefore I make use of the time, and I like art fight more because it's more exclusive.
That's so interesting because like for me, basically the way my brain functions is like for the majority of art fight, I'll be like, okay, I'll do 2 attacks a day ish.
Wow.
My thing is mostly like I'll do 1 attack a day. And like especially playing duels, it's kind of easy to do 2 attacks a day because like I just need to do lines, and for me lines take like 15 minutes. So like it's really fun to just, you know, draw some, basically doodle some like random thing for duels, and then that's like one of the attacks I would do that day. So it's so interesting because like I'm working, and I also have felt like, well, when I'm doing something for so much of the day and I'm like, oh, I can't draw, it definitely does make drawing more like, oh my gosh, I want to draw, you know, because I can't do it. But whenever I have a lot of time, I'm kind of just always like, oh, you know, well, like I might as well just like do my 1 or 2 attacks for the day and then like be done. Like I don't think about it as like I think it's because I just, when I start an attack, I finish it. So it's like I don't have to worry about, or for the most part, there are some more complicated attacks, or like I'm sitting on my animation that I was planning. I was like, do I really want to like start this right now? Like it's gonna be so long to do all this.
Oh, what's your animation?
It was a secret. I was on my secret mutuals animation. Yeah.
I see. Well,
Sorry.
have fun with that. No, you're fine.
I usually post it on like the last day.
I remember one that you here.
My Muppet one. I did that one I liked.
I don't remember the Muppet one. I remember the kind of scandalous one. Not scandalous.
Oh, the scandalous one. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The sultry and and
that was fun.
18 plus one.
It's not 18 plus.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
Oh, actually, this was really interesting. We can talk about this on the podcast, I guess. I don't think it's that bad. But
Probably.
I was, you know me. I'm number one guy who uses suggestive content filter, and I was drawing like a little comic for somebody because I was like, oh, I want to draw like they were doing like Yuri, right? And I was like, oh, like I want to draw like a little Yuri comic or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll like draw them like kissing, as you do. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I went to go look because I was like, does this need like a tag? Because they're not like doing anything, like they're not posing suggestively, which if you read the text of the thing, like it says suggestive posing or whatever. And I'm like, well, first off, like I don't even know what that is really. Like what
Yeah.
defines like a suggestive pose? Like if I am I winking? Like what's this thing? Yeah. Are we doing like a funny hand gesture? Like is that count as a
Yeah, there
and
have
I
been
was
times that I've asked, and I like for sure thought something needed the suggestive filter for posing, and mods were like, nope.
low-key, I feel like this wouldn't need it because it's like not actually. But I was like thinking about it, I was like, well, I'll do it like better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah.
But it is kind of a really weird gray area that like people have not. Okay, there's been controversy about it in the past. Like we know that there's like not safe for work art fights that have like been spin-offs, which exist. I can think of like two or something.
I
But
can only think of one.
I thought there was another one. Maybe.
Well,
I don't
which
know.
one are you thinking of?
I don't remember the names. I just remember that
Okay,
there were
fair.
two of them. But yeah, it's just weird because like you'd think that for people being like, "Oh my gosh, I can't draw anything on artfight," that like the rules would be more clear. But I guess like they they can't make it more clear. I don't know. Like
That's another thing that I've seen in like specified in permissions. Like I've seen people like don't
oh my god.
depict like illegal things, and I'm like, yeah, that's in the
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, people do that a lot. They permission like over like rule permissions. It's like don't draw not safe for work. It's like okay, so that's a site rule. You don't really need to say that.
I think that kind of comes with not safe for work, the definition of it mud being muddied.
Yeah.
So like people
Yeah,
could
it
see
is.
like scandalous hand gesture as not safe for work.
Scandalous hand gesture. I'm thinking of like a really stupid hand gesture. But but yeah, I mean it is kind of weird. Like and then we have the whole question of like fetish mining and stuff where it's I mean there are things which you might not even be able to tell question mark, like if somebody like did you see
Yeah.
the scuba diving person?
No,
Is
I
this
think we
like
talked about this on the last episode. I vaguely
yeah, like
remember this.
or like there was one person, oh my god, this person was so funny. They drew like every character which is with like giant hands. Like
Oh, I
like
remember this person. They were banned.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like how can you really tell? Like I mean, I guess if they're doing something weird on like every attack, you could be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's like weird." But what if they're just like doing that for fun? Like I
I
don't know,
was I was thinking about this a few days ago actually. There was someone like a while ago where people were arguing if like some subject that came up a lot in their characters was a fetish.
Mhm.
And like to me, I had seen this person's art before and it genuinely just read as like autistic special interest.
Hmm.
And so I think that is also a very real possibility of like maybe this person just really likes this thing for completely non-sexual reasons.
Yeah. Or like I mean, there's also the question of like the conversation around like fatness and fat phobia and like how, it's just like there are a lot of topics that I feel like Artfight could handle more maturely that would like save them from some of the discourse that inevitably occurs, but they like don't do that ever.
Oh, absolutely. I think part of it is also the fear of like how much should you be able to detail in the filtering guide
Yeah.
and not expose people to that kind of content or definitions that they're too young
Yeah.
to.
But like I mean, I get that, and like that's one of the reasons why like the stuff is hidden under like a spoiler or whatever for like explicit content, right? And like that is, to me, it's like really helpful to know that, because I'm like, okay, obviously I wasn't planning on doing any of that stuff, but knowing that like that's where they draw the line on it for at least that
Yeah.
stuff is like very useful, right? So it's like, but it's kind of interesting because what they're doing with not defining it is both opening up like a gray area for people to potentially have more kind of unwanted stuff, right? So like if if you're like, don't give me suggestive attacks, but then suggestive covers like a bunch of stuff, it's like you don't really, you can't really, it's up to the user to specify instead of like
Yeah.
art fight. And then it's kind of like, well, what's the point of the filter if it's just like kind of really vague? I mean, it's not that vague, but it does get a little bit in the weeds because, I mean, really that filter is only for, adults. So it's surprising to me that like it's
Yeah.
just not defined more, because you would assume that like, okay, well, if adults are even, this filter exists because someone must be drawing this in some
Yeah.
capacity. And then what, you just like mods make it up case by case? Like I don't want to be like accidentally, I don't want to cross lines. That was my thing. I was like, I don't know if this counts as like if foreplay to explicit content like would count. Like where's the line stop? You know what I mean?
Many such
It's
question.
funny. We'll never know. It's just
Yeah. It's
we
in the
literally-
hands of the art fight god.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, it's like, we've never, because I asked a mod, and they were like, oh, we haven't, we take it out on a case-by-case basis, and I'm like, okay, but then, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, am I supposed to ask you, like, permission for every
Yeah.
single thing? Like, that's,
There's
seems like
a lot
waste
of
time.
stuff like that where it's just case by case basis. And it's like, well, then I'd rather not draw it than have to ask for every single
I
time.
know, yeah. Yeah, it just really discourages, and it kind of sucks, because it's like, some of the stuff that I would enjoy drawing, like just characters kind of being intimate with each other, like being close to each other, being, doing things for like ship art that for adults that, is probably rarer to see. Like, I'm just like, fuck, I don't even know if this is like in the rules. It's not even necessarily about the person's permissions. Like,
Yeah.
it's a little sad. But this is like, I guess this is the, kind of conversations that people had about why they wanted to make a separate event. But bro, the concept of some like doing like an unsafe for work art fight is so terrifying to me.
Oh, it
Like,
is. I feel
Like-
it reminds me of how like adult cartoons, the definition of it has become really skewed into like big mouth kind of stuff.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting how people interpret my characters in wild ways, even just on the site. Like, I can't imagine like getting not safe for work art. I'd be like, bro, what is happening? You would have to have so many more rules about everything.
Yeah. It reminds me of how people wanted like a writing or music category for art fight. Like that'd be terrible to moderate, and then
That'd be
it would
so
cause so
hard.
many like permissions stuff, and oh my god,
Yeah.
nightmare scenario.
It is very interesting though that you can have like extreme gore on art fight, but like not any sex.
It reminds me of like the I'm fine with extreme gore, but I draw the line at
At
kissing.
kissing. Yeah. Yeah, it is like, can minors see the extreme gore like filter? Is that's a
Last
yes,
time
right?
Last time I checked, I guess, like from the
Which-
server.
It's just like funny. Like you can see someone like getting their inners like completely fucking ripped out of their body, but like, oh no. No kissing.
I remember when suggestive content and what is it? Extreme nudity became like 18 plus locked, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't before, and there was a huge controversy about it.
Really? I don't remember this controversy. I mean, I
Or
kind of
rather, and not a huge controversy, honestly. It was kind of wrapped up with all the money stuff, and so people used it
Oh.
as another talking point of like,
funny.
you can see how badly the site has been run because minors can access these things. And like, it's a valid complaint. It just never came up before.
Yeah, I mean, and also like I understand like the legal issue.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think that, you know, it sucks that like that the legal stuff is the way that it is, where like yeah, it's totally okay for someone to like see someone's head getting shot off, but like they can't, learn about being gay or whatever. If we're getting to that point.
Yeah.
But I think it is interesting within the confines of those kind of laws, like what Artfight chooses to do, because I think it's just like it just seems like in terms of some areas, like I've been saying for years in animation, that like the ratings are insane to do the way that they do for points. But it's just like they probably just don't have anyone doing hand animation on their team, like saying like, hey, this is a thing we should think about. And so this is probably the same thing where it's like most people aren't doing like using the suggestive filter like and writing that line of like, oh, would this be allowed or not allowed? So they're probably just like,
Yeah.
it's whatever.
I think there's, I mean, I'm sure this is obvious to a lot of people, but I also think there's kind of the conflation of asexuality and moral goodness.
Yeah.
And I think that comes into play a lot with like queer people, especially because like being asexual is queer, but it's like, oh no, I'm one of the good ones. I don't want kink at Pride because I think that's gross and icky, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's not as much what it is on Artfight, luckily. I feel like it's much more just like, I'm 14. Like...
No, yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, even for like the runners and everything.
Yeah. It is very, I don't know, it's definitely a mood shift where it's like every person I feel like in chat now is quite young. And I mean, it's been that way for like a while, but
yeah.
It would be like they definitely can't do it for like privacy concerns, but it would be interesting to see like the average art fighter age over the years.
I remember I did a poll on that and they did not like it.
Oh, they really?
Yeah, it was because I was mentioning it too much, and like that's fair. I guess.
See, that's fine. They do that a lot. I think it's funny that that's what they get the most. That's what they're after.
Yeah.
They're like, please just don't mention things like too much. But whatever you're doing, we don't really care what you're doing.
Yeah.
We
Honestly,
definitely
like
gonna
cross-posting is moderated so much more than anything else, and I get it because they can look at the logs. I feel, and they probably get like a trigger when someone posts something too fast in multiple channels. But yikes.
It really does feel like the server is just turning into like a posting place. Like,
yeah.
But like, I hate to be this guy, but it would be, oh my god, it'd be so interesting. I don't think Discord would let you track this metric, but it would be so interesting to see how many people actually click through a link on target hunting.
That is a really good question. I would love to see that.
Like, it has to be not that many, right?
I would think that the main links people click would be the hit list links.
Oh, true. That's so true. Sometimes, like, I've actually had this phenomenon where I'll, like, see a person, they won't have their art fight in their bio, I'll go to their bio, they'll have their hit list, and so I go to their hit list so I can find their art fight. Like...
No, yeah, I've had that as well. Although the good old from username has link does not let me down very often.
Oh, Discord's search has gotten so bad that it pisses me off. I don't know how they fucked it up.
Okay.
It was like... It
Mobile
feels like...
has gotten weird.
It feels like the autocomplete, like, doesn't complete ever.
No, yeah, that I feel like is... But when it comes to, like, returning results, it's fine, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hasn't really changed. It's mostly, like, about how you are able to enter things.
Yeah. I love copying user ID.
Luckily, I do feel like I've seen less hit list posting now that we're, like, a week in. It's like, I'll see someone post about it, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing an animation. And I'm like, that's based. Good hit list use.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were dying. You were, like, making noise. Your mic was making noises.
Oh, sorry, I think my headset is creaking. There we go, I just repositioned it.
Oh, you're a headset user? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, not funny, like, mean way. That's, like, interesting.
I have a mic in my headset, so otherwise
You're a gamer.
I'm not. I play The Sims 4 once every 3 months.
It's based. I also am not. I'm a fake gamer.
Yeah, I'm a fake gamer. I was gonna say I've not looked in general or really any other channel in a long time.
What? Really?
I
Are you
mean,
not
like
an
I did
on-seasoner?
sometimes. I think I get scared now
Wow.
that there's so many people and I miss off topic.
But like, I feel like it's less scary than it used to be because like people are just saying nothing and like not having conversations. It's just kind of like a barrage of words, really. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I one of the things that like makes me kind of sad is that like I used to like I have a little side group, and like it's so hard to even find people who I can see in chat recurring. Cuz like no one's people are
Yeah.
just posting like, "Oh my god, I haven't gotten any attacks." I'm like, "Bro, please."
That's kind of why I like the minigames general channel when it's actually going on, or like when it's actually
Oh my god,
open,
yeah.
because people say things. It's not just here's the art.
I miss when Minigen was like open on season and we could like
Yes,
fake hide out in there. That was funny.
I remember we did that at some point, and you drew me in
Yeah,
the sand.
yeah. It's always like a that was kind of what off topic was as well. But off topic, okay, off topic low key got weird. Or like I didn't check off topic that much, but I feel like it was also always kind of weird when I looked in there.
It got significantly worse when they removed off topic 2, and they were like,
Mm.
okay, just one channel now, and then everybody kind of globbed together, and it became a weird amalgam because there's
Hmm.
kind of like a split ecosystem.
Which was what?
I don't know how to describe it anymore. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think off topic was more for like discussion and character discussion and stuff like that. Um, with no images, and off topic 2 was like, haha, look at this funnies, or can I get some critique on my art, or
Hmm.
here's a poll I made. Like that it was more small community stuff.
I see. I get that. Oh, by the way, I didn't even like read. I think I read this post on the first day of Artfight, so I didn't like really read it because I was like, oh my god, the site is like shitting its pants. But they're like gonna shut down the server again and make the site read
Yeah,
only too.
I forgot about that.
That's kind of crazy. I think it's like, okay, maybe I'm crazy, but like when mods were pulling like crazy help shifts and like were always active in chat, like I was like, these guys deserve a break. And not that they don't deserve a break now, but it does feel much funnier to me that it's like, okay, mod break, like we're turning off the server, and it's like
Yeah,
I just don't see a lot of mods in this. Maybe it's just time zones, or maybe it's just the times I'm in there, but I feel like I don't see that many people anymore.
very possible. I honestly see more moderators like, um, sorry, I heard something and I got distracted. I I see more moderators like just chatting and then leaving. Like they chat for
Yeah.
2 minutes and then they leave. And like
Okay,
maybe they're lurking. I don't know. I'm not trying to say they're not
to be
working. It's
fair,
just
that was something that definitely happened.
oh, absolutely.
Like in previous years. Like it's been happening more, but it's always interesting to me because like I'm a chronic go into Gen and just sit and wait for people to ask questions and then answer the question as fast as possible.
Oh, I should
Like
do that again. I miss that.
there is a significant amount of questions still. It'll be like, um there are also some people with lost characters, which I think you would appreciate trying to find their characters.
Okay.
I like doing that. It's not.
Unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
I see a lot of people just tell them to look in their browser history, and then they're like, "Oh, I found it," and I'm like,
Bruh. Well, you can always try that.
"Yeah,
Because I mean, if it is in their browser history, then like that's way better than.
yeah."
But I remember the days of like sneaking onto the search and like trying to find somebody's character by name. Oh, it was good times.
I love spamming the tag searches.
The tag searches are fun. I feel like I do wonder the stats on people tagging. That would also be very interesting to like see how many tags the average character has. Because I saw some people going like, what are some good tags that people use for their characters so that like people can see my character? And I'm like, why are you like SEO, like meta your artfight character tags. This is crazy.
I mean, I kind of asked that a few times. I didn't ask like which ones do people use, but I did wonder what people would be searching in the tag search when they were looking for a character like my character, you know? Like things I
Mm.
wouldn't
Oh
necessarily
yeah.
think of.
No, yeah, yeah. That's like normal. But this person was like, what are like popular tags? I was
Yeah.
like, what do you mean popular? Like no one's searching like character. Like you're just searching for things you
Yeah.
want.
I must wonder how many people are using like the human tag. Or how many people
Oh,
are searching for the human tag. Like it's so
oh,
vague.
probably not that. Well, actually, I will say one thing I do, and now, okay, this is specifically for duels games where I have to find characters that meet certain objectives, which is a really fun, like, way to play Artfight I found, because, like, just trying to see, like, if someone has the most random, like, set of character traits you can, like, you will probably find one or two characters that do have it. So, like, what I tend to do is I won't search, like, just human, but I would put, like, other tags in there also.
Yes.
So like I was looking for like black unicorns, right? Like I didn't go just there would be crazy amount in the unicorn tag, just like only unicorn, but like multi-tagging is kind of peak tech.
I wonder how many people do actually read the thing that says you can search multiple tags at a
Oh my
time.
god. I feel like is it not like kind of obvious because they have multiple tags at the top of the thing, or
Wait, let me see.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't even know tag search exists. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably. I mean, a lot of people still don't know that you can search for a user now, rather than just like the link replacement method.
Oh, what? Wait, that's like I feel like I've had the opposite experience where people are like, how do I get to a character if I only have the ID? I'm like, oh my gosh, we're losing the ways of URLs.
We are. Or rather, they don't know that you can replace the
Your
username in the
user.
link,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they don't know you can search a user, so they think they just have to have the link to ever access someone's
Oh,
page.
no, that's crazy. I will say that the menus now are quite packed up with stuff in there. Like
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Discover menu has so much stuff.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we had one, maybe two. We had random character, random user, and tag search. I think was
I think that
like
was it, yeah.
or member. I think you could browse members as well.
Oh, that goes well into something I was gonna say. I remember thinking that I think I'm maybe stifling myself with having so many bookmarks because then I just get
Hmm.
choice paralysis and stuff, and I think it would do me good to just spam random character until I get
Ooh.
one that I'm like, yeah, that's swag. I'll draw that.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say not to like be the duels guy, but it is kind of nice because I feel like now on Artfight where it's like there's not really that much gamification. And there's a bit, but like, we don't get any more badges. You kind of like get all those your first couple years. Like you kind of just feel like I've been getting pickier and pickier because I'm like I want to make really good art because that's the only thing that I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really nice in like a duels game to just be like, okay, the way that you win this game is by drawing something you wouldn't normally draw. And like you get to interact with a person who like you wouldn't normally interact with. And I think that's really cool because that was something that it felt a little more normal to do like in past art fights because it was like, oh, you would just like see somebody doing a crazy attack and you're like, oh shit, like I gotta like check out that person, like I want to like draw from or something, but I feel like I do that less and less these days.
Oh, me too. I think maybe it's just me, but I've found more people with crazy low ratios. Like, there are more times that I see a person with cool art and I go, oh, let me check out their page, and they have like 20 attacks and like 300 defenses. Or even less extreme.
300? 300? Is that true?
Or even less extreme, like 10 attacks and 80 defenses. I'm like, how are you?
Wait, that's like a
How?
lot though. That's crazy. Like just this year?
Yeah.
What? In the first
Or no,
week?
I mean, I think overall. I'm
Oh,
speaking
okay.
more
Well, that's like
overall.
okay, overall is like I don't look at overall because I
Just
have
like the number of
500
things you make.
attacks. I have 500 attacks, you know.
But still,
Um,
you make a lot.
I do make a lot, yeah. Um, but yeah, I tend to just look at current fight, especially because like if they've received like at this point, I feel like first week, if someone's received like over 10 and they've done like two, I'm like, oh, you must be like offsite popular or
But
something,
that's
or
the
you
thing.
like
I've found a lot of people who aren't offsite popular, and I'm like,
hit lists,
yeah,
I
maybe.
guess. I don't understand the hits. I just like I'm so sad that that's like where it's gone, but
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really I don't know even how you could do a study about this kind of data, but like the question of if you are a person like so I have like a lot more followers than the average art fighter, and like I also have a lot of mutuals, right? So like definitely I have a certain amount of like kind of quote unquote guaranteed attacks. Like if we both kind of mutually agree on it, I could probably have like, you know, more than let's say 20 people that I would be like, okay, like we're probably gonna like go back and forth. But like I really wonder if you look at the spread of someone like putting their character in however many hit lists, like what the return on that is.
That is a good question. I think it would be fun to test that if someone were like not really. How do you say this? I think it'd be fun for someone to like make an account just to test that. Like
Oh really? Whoa.
if you're not participating in art fight over
You should be
like
in
oh
our you should be our study.
yeah, you should be our
Well,
study.
we could, I mean, we could ask people like, well, how many hit lists do you think you filled out? And then like, or do you know how many hit lists? But so I feel like there are people I've seen who've said like, I don't know how many I've filled out. You know, that
Yeah,
kind of amount of, and then also
kind of
like, you know,
scary.
are you submitting to like character specific hit lists? Or I've definitely seen some people say like, oh, they read the first question and they like put in their character and they don't even read the rest of the hit list and then they just submit it. Like,
Oh yikes!
I don't think that's uncommon.
That reminds me of how in like roleplay wiki stuff that I used to be
What?
into when I was much younger, I was into like Animal Jam
Okay. Oh
roleplay
yeah, yeah,
wiki.
yeah.
Um, and there would be like a password somewhere in the rules that you had to submit with your form.
Oh yeah.
And I think that would be kind of interesting to
I
bring to
think some
hitless
people.
culture.
I think some people do something like that where they're
Hmm.
like, you know, I don't know, do something like so that they can kind of see if people are paying attention, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like when you design a survey like for some research thing, and it's like you have to switch the answers, like they can't all be the same, like
Yes,
on the
yes.
same side or whatever, that kind of stuff.
I think it would be fun to have like, if you're reading this, do not submit anything to question 9 or something. And then if someone submits something to question 9, you know they did not read.
Question 9? How long is this fucking in this?
Oh no!
It's so funny.
20
It
question
is.
hit list.
I like opened a couple hit lists this year because I was like, oh, I think this person's art is really, really cool. Like, I might as well. And they're like asking for characters, and my characters are like relevant. But then I was just like, I just can't do this, man. Like, it just feels wrong to do
No,
it
I
for
get
me. I don't
that.
know.
I think I filled out maybe 3 hit lists in the past, like, calendar year.
I I just don't. I don't know. It is really interesting. I'll submit myself to the study. I filled out 0 hit lists, and I was attacked by X amount of non-mutuals. Like,
Honestly, there were a couple hit lists that I was looking at, and I was like, maybe I should fill them out. And then I realized I did not have good character references. So, if you want to keep yourself from filling out hit lists, wait until the last minute to finish your character references, because then you can provide nothing.
yeah, I feel like there's just a lot, like, I do wonder because I'm not on TikTok, and it sounds like there's a lot of art fight stuff is bumping on TikTok or whatever. Like, I
Sounds
do
like it.
wonder what like, because there was someone in one of the, it wasn't an art fight server, but there was a group of us who were playing art fight in this server, and we were talking about it, and someone was saying like that they saw people like really heavily posting about art fight etiquette, and I was like, what? Like, this is not something I've heard of being like a discourse thing this year.
Mm.
Like on how you're supposed to play the game and stuff. I was like, what? Like,
Oh,
what?
like, what do you mean by that? Like, you
I don't
shouldn't.
know.
You sh-
I guess maybe
is there
like
something? I don't know.
maybe like revenge it. Like I feel like we had like a moment in history where it was common just to revenge people, and so you wouldn't really say like I always revenge. Like some people, I mean, Sixbane said it right because like
Yeah.
they got so many attacks that it was like it kind of made sense for them to say it. But like most people, I feel like wouldn't say like I always revenge. They would just kind of do it. And then
Yeah.
there was a wave of like, people saying it's okay not to revenge, And now we're in
Yes.
the current moment of people like still being in that space where I think it's like, at least in the Discord, I feel like it's very much like you don't need to revenge at all, that kind of thing, which is fine. Like you don't need to. But
Yeah.
I might do some recon next time and try to figure out like what they're talking about because I'm interested.
I would love to ask one of those people that we've talked about who has like friendly fire is okay in
Oh
their
yeah,
bio, because I've seen like a lot of people with this, and it's not saying
really?
like I'll revenge friendly fire or like I do friendly fire. It's like it is okay to give me friendly fire, and I'm like,
It's
what do
so
you
funny.
mean?
Like the telephone has progressed so much. You know what I mean? At that point.
Yes, yes. Because I do think it started out with like either I do friendly fire or I will revenge friendly fire,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of
And it's
devolved.
yeah, there's one person who I talked to who's like older art fighter, not like older person. Sorry, that's like and
They're
they were like, yeah,
65 years old.
like they're like, I'm only gonna attack you. They legitimately had I don't do friendly fire. Like because they were like, I'm not going to attack you, and then like because I think it's their way of getting ahead of saying like don't give me friendly fire, you know what I mean? Because like if they
Mm,
attack me and then like I revenge, then it's like friendly fire, and they were also like probably point maxing, right? So like there's still a point
probably.
deficit for friendly fire, but it's like it's really interesting because that was the one person legitimately who actually was like I don't do friendly fire for a reason, but it's not like I do. Nobody says like I do friendly fire, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I do think it was a bigger thing to not do friendly fire when it was like 0 points.
yes, for sure. But like I always just I mean maybe someone else can relate to this, but it was like I would like replace the username, right? Like with somebody else, and then I would like see what the point calculations were, and then I'd be like, okay, that's how many points I got for this friendly fire,
That's
and then I
really
like would
funny.
submit it at 0 points.
I've never done that.
Also, whenever I do like a friendly fire now, like I always take the 75% and I'm like, let me just like multiply that by the number it should be, and like that's how many points the
Yes,
stack is.
exactly. I do that. I do that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I wish I had kept better track of like there was a point in time a couple of years ago where I started keeping track of like what each thing was worth to try to figure out what all the modifiers were at that for that year because they like update them.
Ooh.
And I stopped doing it, and I'm kind of sad because like I would have been really interested to see like I could probably still go through old attacks to figure it out because I did so many attacks. Like I could probably be like, oh, this was like trying to figure out like how like what was the attack multiplier for like multi-tone shading. Like that would have been so cool. Like to see like what impact would that have today on our like crazy inflated
It
points.
would
You
be.
know?
I think it would be fun, like for me especially, to go back and see what my old attacks of vaguely equivalent like uh, ratings
Oh
are
my god, yeah.
compared to this year's, to see if like overall pieces are worth more or less
They are worth
than
so much
previous.
more. Oh my gosh. Have you not checked this
Really?
before?
I am
Like a
not paying attention that
full
much.
body shaded was worth okay, this one was full body. This was multi-tone shading, drawing. It was worth 33 points.
Oh, isn't it like 80 or something now?
Yeah, it's like 80 or 90.
That does sound right now that you're saying it. I just haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, this is wait, what was I doing here? This was one wait, clean color, painted, multi-tone shading, and it was 17 points. So maybe maybe that one was just I don't know. They were with so much like the point inflation is like so interesting to me because like no one even plays for points anymore, so like why are we inflating them?
Yeah. I think it's number go up. Or people would be
Yeah.
saying, I only got 20 points or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but when, like, I remember very distinctly, like, I feel like there was there was something that was like 4 points. And it was like not an uncommon thing to get 4 points. Where I think 4 points is like the lowest you can get now. Or one of the lowest scores you can get for like simple shaped, like no shading, like sketch type stuff. We should do an audit. We'll look through the past.
That would be kind of fun.
I don't know. I think I did try to like figure out the base multipliers and stuff, but like I just couldn't figure it out. Like there's a math problem waiting to be solved there, but
Yeah, you're the math guy here.
I don't know if they do multipliers or if they just do like static point adding. I think that was part of it.
That is a good question. I would think static point adding, but as I said, you're the math guy here.
Yeah, you're probably right because it's like otherwise we would have like a million billion like we'd have like a lot of multipliers stacking, and I don't think the points are that exponential.
Oh, speaking
Anyway,
of,
I miss points.
yeah, I miss points too. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've been having a lot of fun like experimenting this year. I say only having done 2 attacks, but don't worry about it.
Oh. With what?
I've been experimenting a lot, and I cracked out my watercolors.
Ooh.
So that's fun. I have actual watercolor paper this year, and not just like, oops, it's on regular paper and it's warped. Sorry about that.
Oh, I did that with gouache when I attacked Elith last year. It was so warpy.
I remember that. And I was gonna say, leading into that, if you are a traditional artist and you have not used a scanner before, it will change your life. I tried it for the first time today, and you can use a scanner at a public library, like with a flash. It's pretty cool. And like it picks up so much more detail and color depth than any photo I've ever taken. And after like on your art program, and I did, but I just think it's really cool that you can have traditional art that actually looks like it looks like in person.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I see like one thing I find that's very interesting is like for when I had to do like uploads for college, it's like we had to like scan them, right, with like a scanner app or whatever.
Yeah.
And like even then, if you just like scan your art with like a scanner app, like it's pretty dang good. Like you don't have to worry too much about like as long as you take it in a place where it's like vaguely lit, you know, not like crazy shadows on it or something. Like it looks pretty like it's pretty I'm surprised that more people don't do that because like they definitely are taking a picture on their phone. I'm like, there are free scanner apps that you can just like do that. Like I did it for my industrial design class as well, and like you could barely even tell it wasn't digital. Like
wow.
Yeah. I mean, it works better if it's just lines. Like I did that. A lot of that class I did like lines and then colored digitally. But yeah, they were like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck?" Like I was in that look good. I was like, I just scanned it, man. Shout out scanning.
Yeah, shout out scanning. Hashtag my scanner.
I have also been trying to experiment. I've struggled for a long time now with color, and I still have not found my answer, and I'm like depressed about it because I like color, but like doing it in the way that I do it is just so like it doesn't work for me. Like it just is bad. Like it's
No, I get that.
So I'm trying to figure it out. And there's some that like work really well, but like part of me is just like fuck man, like I'm maybe like color isn't for me. Like I'm kind of just like a guy that doesn't do color, and like I'm okay with that, you know.
Says the guy with a gray.
I know I'm gray. Like it's very like I like doing block color kind of, but like even then I'm just kind of like toning is really good. Like I like toning. But that's basically one step away from no color at all.
Yeah.
Just shadows.
There are times where like my brain is actively saying no hues, no actual color. However, values and grayscale, love that stuff. And so I just go with it for the day. But it really depends, like, how I'm feeling.
It's hard because like when I'll do paintings, like still life paintings, like I really like doing the color, but what I'm usually doing then is like I'm not doing lines. I'm like laying down the color and only the color.
Mm,
So maybe I just need to like stop doing lines when I do color. Like I shouldn't be
that
coloring
could be
in my
fun.
lines.
Or you could
Yeah.
do color and then lines. Really mix it up.
Nah. It doesn't like my lines are very I mean, I guess I probably haven't really well, I draw on stream, but the way I used to draw was super different because I used to have a very um small, thin brush that didn't really vary a lot. But like
Mm,
now I just use one brush. Like every line width you see in anything I draw is just one brush, and it's
wow.
extremely pressure sensitive. So like my lines are very like fuck it, we ball. So if I tried to trace over colors, it would be so
Oh, I
ass
get that.
probably.
I was gonna say
But
something and I forgot.
painting's so hard. I need to ask Clem for tips again because Clem's fucking cracked as hell, and
Oh yeah.
I'm not good. I'm my baka painting life.
I think for traditional art, I get more scared with colors because it's more permanent, obviously, but also I
Hmm.
love my hue sliders and
Oh,
like
true.
checking it in grayscale and stuff. And I know you can kind of do checking it in grayscale on traditional art, but it's like I like digital.
I like I like some color in traditional because it like lets me go free because of like you don't have to something that I really miss about traditional that I'm glad I've started to do in digital but like I haven't fully gotten there is like being able to work the medium in traditional is like you get so much vibrancy and like texture and life just out of like painting something. Like even just like
Yeah.
the stroke of a paintbrush is just so every single one is different and the way you layer it and the way like it's just there's some brushes that I've found. Shout out like if you use Clip Studio, I think they're called Expressive maybe. They're like free brushes and they're so good. They're like tilt sensitive and like all
Ooh.
these different crazy things which are really really good for having that kind of like oh every line is different even if you're drawing the same line vibes. But yeah, like with my coloring, I haven't really found a way of like doing that, which is why I feel like it sucks in my brain. I'm like, I just want to be able to color it in, and even if I just color it in flat, it looks good. Like,
No, yeah, I get that. I've been using, or I was using for a little bit, like a color splatter brush where
oh,
it changed the hue and color, like, or hue and saturation, just like by a tiny bit for each time I used it. So then it kind of
hmm,
had that effect. And that was
hmm.
fun. So it didn't just look like cartoonish flat color, which is fine. It's fine in certain styles. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I think for me, it's very much about like the application of the color. Like, I don't mind like having because I'll do the hue variation myself if I want that, but it's really just like I haven't found the brush yet. And it's kind of funny because I feel like some beginner artists are like, oh my god, like what brush will make me good at drawing?
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a second, brushes like don't really matter. Like you have to just be good at drawing. But then like you wrap back around to a point and you're like, okay, but low key, like brushes impact your drawing so much. And if you're trying to do a specific thing and you don't have the right brush for it, like it won't work.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to use artfight for brush testing.
Absolutely. I feel less like beholden to my processes when it come like as compared to art trades and commissions and just like
Oh god, yeah,
requests and
commissions.
stuff. It's like someone is asking for a specific thing.
Yeah, I feel like especially having done like now being on page what like 45 of my comic it's like there are certain things I experiment with but at the end of the day like I have to still draw a comic so I can't really do that much stuff like that's exciting because like I have to get a product out. Same for like for an art trade I might if I like ask them I was like oh hey I want to try this thing like would that be chill and they'd probably be like fuck yes but for anything else, it's kind of like, no, if there's an end goal that I need, then I can't really experiment, which is sad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think that it's gonna be interesting. I feel like it's gonna be a slow fight this year. That's my predicament. I feel like not
Yeah.
much is gonna happen.
It's already the 7th and that's so scary. For some reason it feels like it's like the 4th still.
I feel like for me, I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, I feel like art fight, the first week of art fight, after it passes, I'm always like, oh my god, art fight's about to end. Oh my god, everything is over. I need to do all my attacks right now. And
Hopefully
then
that kicks in for me.
I remember that like once we hit the halfway point, I'm always like, fuck, there's so much of art fight left. Like if you think about it, like we're gonna do what we just did for the last 7 days, like 3 more times. It's so long.
In a weird way, I am very much a not reward motivated person. Like actively, if someone tries to reward incentivize me, I will want to do the thing less.
Mm.
However, it does feel weird in art fight where like if you don't receive that many attacks, it can feel like it's not happening. And it kind of
Yeah,
kills
actually, this is
motivation.
kind of an interesting thing because like I'll have my art fight drama confession, okay? I was as a ninth year, like I thought that okay, when you play art fight like for a long time, like you're probably gonna get like tired or whatever, like the novelty of like getting attacks will like wear off, and you'll be able to like reach like a nirvana state of mind where you just like enjoy giving people art more, and like that's why you're playing the game. But like I think because of the trends with how people are playing it and like how the game is going, it makes me feel way worse about not receiving attacks, especially when I am consistently drawing. Like that's my that's my
Yeah,
confession.
I agree. Sorry, I'll be right back. I just heard something concerning.
Oh, Yelleh's dying, getting attacked by demons and monsters. Well, now it's my podcast. Yelleh's still talking. Yelleh's spray is still. It's funny. Man, what the fuck? I'm supposed to have a co-host. I don't know how to vamp on my own. Wait, vamp like werewolves and vampires. That fight just like got erased from my memory. Like Men in Black, that one Men in Black gif with him holding it up to the camera and just erasing your memory. You should comment down below which fight was the most important to you. Or like what moment from an old fight do you remember? Because really all this podcast is about is us just saying, wow, wasn't art fight great 5 years ago? I think one thing I really liked was when people would say Cog Champs versus fuck, what are they versus Crybers. Like
I just came back to Pog Champs versus Crybers.
Cog Champs. Dude, Cog Champ was so good. We're never getting back to Cog Champ.
Oh, I remember this. Oh my god.
It was so good. Like, I don't think there's that made me so happy. It was so funny. Because like we would just see in chat, you would go in and they'd be like, Cog Champs rise up, and you'd be like, fuck yeah. Oh my god.
I don't
Shout out
see
Cyber.
that I don't see that much like team loyalty anymore.
Well, what would it be this year? Could we get like Wojaks?
Oh god.
Tragic comedy Wojaks. You can't meme it as easily. I like the
Yeah,
evil
you
and
can.
intimidating horse though.
I forgot about the evil and intimidating horse.
It was beautiful. I miss when people would draw like Yaoi and Yuri of the mascots. That was
Oh yeah.
they were beautiful times.
Polyamory.
What were we talking about? We were talking about I completely forgot.
It's so okay, so did I. Oh yeah,
Wait, no.
receiving attacks and
Oh
and
yes.
stuff.
my evil flaw, my red flag. It just doesn't help that people are going in chat and they're like, oh my god, I got my 20th attack, guys. And then you go to see the ratio and it's like -1.
Yeah, that sucks. I do think it is related to hit list stuff, because there was a year that I filled out a number of hit lists that was large. Mostly because I was worried I wouldn't get anything for some, like, anxiety reason, and then I got a lot, and I was like, oh no. Which is not to say if you want a lot, fill out hit lists, that this was many years ago, I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah.
And also just, I think it's much nicer to get attacks organically or revenges or stuff, because then you know that someone...
Maybe? I don't know. Like, I'm like complimenting my whole life here, bro. It's like, it feels like this year, it's finally gotten to the point where I might say to like a new person, like, you can't just attack people. Like, if you
Really?
actually want, well, like, you can, but even me, like, attacking people, it's just kind of like, if you attack someone and they have a hit list and they've already decided, like, all the people they're gonna hit, right? Like, you might not be revenged. And not that that's, like, a bad thing, but I feel that, like, as we get more and more to this, like, the only way I get stuff is through hit lists, it's like, and they don't say they always revenge, it's like the only way you can, like, get into that ecosystem is, like, by participating in it. And it's like, well, it's fucked, but, like, that
Self-fulfilling
might,
in a way?
yeah, like, it might just kind of be, like, how it is. I don't know. This might be the year that I'm kind of like, this
Maybe.
is the time.
That's so scary. I do
Yeah, I don't
think
really know.
that there's more to attacking than just, like, getting revenges. And I mean that in the sense of,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I do think there is a more putting your there's a more there's there are ways to get art that aren't hit lists or already being famous or putting or I do think to how if you attack someone else you show up on their defenses page, and I think we talked about this before,
Mhm,
but like, people
mhm.
are going to find you from that, just
I went through,
revenge from that person by that
I,
person.
yeah, I went through and did a bunch of raid attacks today, and also, like, checked out recent attacks and left some comments on people just because I was like, you know what, like, people deserve more comments.
Oh, I should do that more.
It was fun. You know, and I did find a person that I was like, oh, I actually kind of want to, like, attack you because your attack was cool. But I don't think a lot of people are doing that anymore. Like, I do think it's kind of a thing of the past.
Really?
Like, going on raid attacks to find people to attack? I don't know if I'm
Oh,
that
not
one.
not raid attacks necessarily, but just like, oh, I like that person's style. Maybe they also have characters I like.
Oh no, people definitely do that, but I I definitely am like, I don't know. I can't say for certain anymore that, like, people aren't, at least in the Discord, because this is something that I really liked that Clem pushed back on a lot, because Clem, like, only played on site, right? So it was nice to get that perspective from, like, what the heck are you talking about, Damie? Like, not everyone's in the fucking Discord. Um, like, I do wonder if for, like, users on the Discord or whatever, that, like, they're mostly finding people to attack through their hit lists. I just don't know. Like, I can't say for
Maybe.
certain anymore. We got to do a big survey, guys.
I do think hit lists are
Participate.
also partially like, oh, look at how many people want art from me. Like a subtle ego
Oh,
boost kind of thing.
yeah. But, like, there was a point in time where they were, absolutely, and there were definitely people who were like, oh my god, I got 400 responses to my hit list. Like, um, but I feel like they've kind of evolved. Like, I feel like people are just using them unironically. Not that they were using them ironically before, but, like,
Using them in their true form, for their
yeah,
true
using them,
intent.
like legitimately as the way that they find characters. I don't know. Like, am I correct?
Huh.
Like, maybe. I feel, I don't feel like I can say that that's not happening anymore. It's weird.
I think that's one reason I don't have a hit list like I used to, but I know I said I'm not a very reward motivated person, but
Mhm.
also like if someone asks me to do something, I'm
Yeah.
less motivated to do it. And so like someone being like, even if someone's super nice, they're like, "Oh, I love your art. No pressure to attack at all, but here's my character." Even if I liked their character because they requested it, I'd be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would probably, like, connect with some, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's just, it's not easy to find characters that I want to, like, draw for that are going to be fulfilling for me to draw anymore. And I think maybe the reason why I keep sticking around in our fight, other than just, like, being with my mutuals and getting draw for my mutuals, is, like, when I do get, like, a chain that hits off with a person who, like, I haven't um like, been close with, or, like, we had attacked each other but, like, we hadn't really, like, really gotten to know each other, like, that's pretty fun, because there's
Well,
some,
that is
like,
nice.
yeah, it's like I still find new people to connect with, but it does happen a lot less for sure.
Yeah.
Like, than it
I
used
think I'd
to.
be interested in a revenge chain for like, I don't know if I'd say the first time. I think maybe I've done like a 4 instead of 4 before, but I think that's the highest I've gone. I don't remember. Um, but I think it would be weird to be like, hey, does anybody want to do a revenge chain with me?
No,
And
no, no, no,
then,
no, yeah.
like, I feel like people would be in it just to get art from me and then would give me kind of lackluster stuff. It feels pessimistic, but
No, a chain is like a beautiful thing. Like,
yeah,
but it has to like be organic. Like you can't,
absolutely.
yeah, like in my mind, like, well, there are like two reasons why you would revenge chain. One, like if you like really vibe with a person and you're like, you know what, like we're not really gonna be pressuring each other. We're gonna do like maybe like our first couple attacks or our first set of attacks are like really high commitment, and then we like are just so vibing with each other that we're like, oh, we'll just like draw for each other like more casually. Or like you're trying to do longest revenge chain when that existed. Like those are the two
I
options.
remember.
I remember. Those were always really fun to see, I'm not gonna lie. Like
I remember it having like within the last few hours of the art fight, like 3 scribbles.
yeah. It's so funny. But like, yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like part of the reason why I feel like I'm more attracted to duels this year is because I actually have like just because I'm working and I'm on a consistent schedule, I have more time to do kind of like the duels mindset of, you know, doing that instead of just like last year I was working on a bunch of different stuff and it was taking up my time differently. But like, man, art fight is just like there are not a lot of reasons for me anymore. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah,
dude. There are good people on there and that's why I'm here, but you know,
absolutely. I think even if I stopped or like kind of softly stopped participating in art fight, I wouldn't leave the server because every now and then there are like nice people to chat with, and it's still kind of a good environment. It's
no,
slowly
yeah, there's
declining,
definitely
but
no, it's I think it's like they're still good in there. Like and it's
absolutely.
kind of funny cuz like it would be so fun to watch like an old podcast episode and like see like how, you know,
That would be.
beautifully, you know, optimistic Clem and I were.
That
But
kind of would be a fun episode if we like went back and listened to like the first or second art fight
it's just
pod
gonna be me.
episode.
I know it's just gonna be me talking about points, and it's just not gonna be relevant anymore. It is kind of like I wonder, you know, if I went back and told myself like, hey, you know, in 4 years or whatever, like this is what our fight's gonna be like would you play? I wonder if myself back then would be like yes or no, you know?
Pull your past self. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I feel like I would probably say like that sounds lame. Or like more lame. I'd rather keep playing this version of Art Fight. But
I think it would be fun to ask my past self like why art fight, like why they thought art fight was fun. Because I'm not
yeah.
like grasping for stuff right now. Like I still like art. I'm less motivated and the novelty's worn off and I'm like, all right, it's July. Art time, I guess.
See, this is why you gotta like for me it was just like I just like doing art that I wouldn't normally do, and that's what Art
And
Fight
so
is
do
for
I
me.
just don't feel the same spark.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I do wonder like if there's a way that it could be fixed. Well, not fixed, but like improved, you know? Like
Yeah.
we have all these features and stuff coming in. And so there's always kind of this possibility in the back of my mind where I'm like, maybe they're just going to do like an upset and maybe there's going to be something like that really rejuvenates kind of everybody. And that would be really exciting, I think.
It would be really cool for there to be more like achievements and badges.
That'd be so sick.
Wasn't
That would
there
certainly make me excited. I'm not going to lie. Like I would be so into
Yeah.
that.
Wasn't it something on the tier that we're about to reach? Oh yeah, I was going to mention that we're about to, lightly about to reach tier 3. And I think we will
Damn.
by before the end of the fight, which is really cool. Um,
Is it more
but
achievements or
it's not more achievements. Let me find
oh,
it. It is
cringe?
profile widgets, which is
Oh, well,
implement
that's okay.
movable widget blocks for characters, attacks, comments, recent followers, and add new widget options, custom HTML boxes, achievement showcase, character feature, past teams,
Hmm.
etc. I think that
Interesting.
could pave the way for more achievements. I think that could be
I was
fun.
saying, my favorite part of duels when I was first making it was like to make up all the like craziest achievements that I could possibly make up, which was like, you know, attack on 11:11 p.m. or something, you know, like, and then it
I
would call
love
like Make
that.
a Wish, like just these little things where like it's really gamifying it, and you would just see it and you'd be like, what the fuck? How did I even get that attack? Like, but you know that level of there's so much stuff in duels that would not work in art fight because it's like so honor system, you know. But I guess
Yeah.
art fight is also kind of honor system, like so maybe.
I remember one of the duels attacks that I did was um like use a software that you haven't used before, or it was use
Oh
MS Paint
yes.
specifically, and I did the whole like community pizza fire meme in MS Paint. And
That's so peak.
this MS Paint had layers, so it wasn't like total hell, but still it was fun and it was a challenge.
Yeah, I love like I just love the idea that, you know, it's not about like the actual result of the art. Like it's about like making art with other people because that's
Oh,
something that you
absolutely.
really can't do in art fight. Like I mean, it's literally against the rules. Um, but being able to have like yeah, just like a thing that evolves with people and is really cool. And you know, there are things I feel like you could do in art fight that like gameplay wise that could be interesting. Like if they implemented like ratio stuff or if they implemented like I mean Clem and I's big like what was it spells I think we
Oh,
called them.
I forgot about this.
That, like just being able to do dumb like buy stuff with your points, you know, like anything kind of like that that's like really gamifying it again, like that stuff would be so fun. Like I just want to send like sure I'm down to do like 3 extra attacks so I can send a spell that turns your entire art fight upside down for like 3
Yes.
minutes when you log in. Like
I was joking about this the other day. I like to ask a lot of if if anyone is familiar with the off-topic chat OC questions. I wrote a lot of those and I still do, you know, for friends and stuff. And I think it would be really fun. Sorry,
oh
an
you
ad
died. You
started
died.
in sorry, an ad started in Twitch, the Twitch tab that I have open, and I was like, World Cup, hello. Um,
Yeah, I think it would be fun. That's it.
um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, character questions, and I said it would be
Mhm.
really fun if you could get points for answering character questions, and then if you had enough points, you could trigger a cutscene of your persona, like shepherding you off the premises while journalists like do flash photography at you, and you can say no more questions.
That's
When I
so
try to
funny.
ask a follow-up question, I think that'd be really
That's so
fun.
cute. Yeah, I just think like I think just, you know, like oh my god, I think my favorite one was like or there are so many funny stupid ones that we had, but like it was like change someone else's team to like display as a different team
Oh
for a certain
yes,
amount of time so that it looked like you
yes,
were like well that mattered more when we had friendly fire, but
yeah.
like it would still be funny. Yeah.
My hopefully my dream is prophetic about the hidden characters becoming unhidden randomly.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That would be so bad.
It would be so bad. I think it was triggered, or rather, I think it was related to how when they were first implementing the like, if you look at someone's characters, you can search by tag in their profile. How when
Oh,
that was first implemented, it still showed like the
the
hidden
hidden
characters
characters tab.
tags also.
That's so funny. I think yeah, I think art fight is probably not gonna change that much, but you know, there's still the idea of meta community is kind of cool. I think that if somebody could get the ball rolling on something like that, there could be some cool stuff. It's just really hard because of like the server rules, because you can't advertise like
Yeah.
anything ever. So
And also, I think they're trying to avoid like a controversy, and not that there would be like a full-on controversy. There'd just be people complaining a bunch, and they'd be like, "How dare you make the game a game again?" Because I
I
liked it
guess.
when it wasn't a game,
I
and then they'd be like,
guess.
"Sorry, gang."
Bro, just make it Toy House 2 at this point. Like, we're not there yet, but
Yeah.
wait till they remove points. Well, I think it's also really funny because like I am kind of like staunchly in the removing points category. Like at this point. It's like
Really?
just let's just like stop bothering. You know what I mean? Like it's like
I think there would be a lot of uproar if they removed points. I think more
I
people
just
care about it than you think.
I mean yeah, but to me it's like it just seems like if they removed teams, there would be uproar, is what I will say for sure. But I think if they removed points, it wouldn't necessarily be uproar.
I think if they removed points but not teams, there would be like a which team has made more attacks, and then there'd be kind of a quantity
A quasi
over
points, yeah.
quantity over quality, like really intensely. Because I know it already kind of is a little bit, but
yeah. But I do think like it might be. I don't know though, because I mean, it's not like they've really had controversies about the game side of stuff. So most of the controversies are about like.
I mean, there was with like the rule
tracing.
of
Yeah, because that's one of the things about duels is like, you know, if you don't rate art by like the quote unquote finish level or whatever, like you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Like I don't care if you submit like a traced over image. You could just draw on top of an image technically for a duels attack. Like there's no rules against that. I don't care. But yeah, I mean that it does become then like only about quantity of stuff. So it's not like not the best, but I would argue Artfight's kind of already like that because of the way that points have been
maybe
chained. Like I mean, getting rid of some of the categories and like that kind of stuff. No, much to think about. What do you think, commenters? Comment in the comments if you're like, I think Artfight should be blown up, or if I like Artfight.
I think it would be fun if they I think it'd be fun if they like messed with the points greatly. Like you can get negative points or something.
Wait, I like this. How do you get negative points?
I don't know. We're workshopping it.
I think you should get like a multiplier to your points depending on how high your ratio is.
Maybe.
So
I think
the higher
that'd make people mad.
No, not that much, but like if you like so if you had like a really good ratio, you know, it like makes you even more powerful.
Maybe. I
And
think
then
the
there's
revenge
incentive.
multiplier.
No, I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, but people have talked about it like it's been a real thing, and I think it'd be interesting to make it a real thing.
But see, if you added like high ratio multiplier, then it would incentivize people to attack people with a high ratio, so they stop getting so many points.
Interesting. I like this. I'm into this.
And then like you could have like, you know, there's some other like I feel like fun stuff you could add, like I don't know. I've always thought that like health in some sense like would be really cool.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with this.
But like I don't know exactly how it would be implemented.
People recommending something called Paper Demon, and I looked into it at some point, and it's kind of like that, but I don't remember much about it. So
I will have to look
check
into
out
that.
Paper Demon. I don't know what it's about.
I really like it's not something that you could do in Artfight, but it's really fun in Humans vs Zombies, where like if you get attacked, then like your teammate has to revive you because it like incentivizes you to like, you know, interact with both your own team and the other team in like different ways that are still both positive, which is really cool.
I like that a lot.
Friendly fire is obviously like disincentivized, but so if you're really playing Artfight as a game, like there's no reason to like do anything with your own team unless you sneak them into attacks for the other team, which I like doing a lot when I can.
That is fun.
But I mean that's not really like that's like a bug, not a feature, I guess, in a way.
I think it would be fun if we want to encourage variety. Get like a point deduction. So like not full on negative points to your total points, but like, oh, if you normally would get 30 points for this, you'll get like 28. If you draw something with the same level of finish and same medium, like 2 times in a row or something like that.
Oh, that would be fucking decisive. Yeah, like that would be like
it would be. It so would be.
People would hate that. That's
it
way
would be
more
called
than
ableist. I'm sorry.
It would be called everything.
It would be called misogynistic. Misogyny on artfight.
Oh my god. No, I think it would be cool to have like a newbie point buff, so if you attack a newbie, you get some extra
Ooh,
points.
that would be. Or like if you attack a character that doesn't have any attacks yet.
That would also be really fun. There are so many like little things where like not even like a lot, because like rate attacks gives you 0.5 points, by the way, in case nobody's rated attacks.
Oh, rating.
Attacks. Yeah, rating and attack.
A lot of people know it exists.
Yeah, you can rate attacks. It's kind of fun.
I like to do it.
I like to do it too. It takes a really long time to load right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that.
In past years, it's been even like worse.
Really, I feel like it's crazy because like the site I'm working on right now, we're like, oh, we need to like improve our time by like 0.01 milliseconds, and this is like, oh, let me take like 7 seconds to load this page, and that like go to click another button, like here's another 7 seconds before you see the next image.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I rate like 3 attacks and then I forget that my tab is loading and I do something else.
Exactly. Yeah, I just like open the query and then I like wait for it to load and I like come back after I like do other stuff. Low-key. But yeah, I feel like they're like, because they have that rate attacks where it's like, oh, there's a little bit of a buff here. Like I think there's that potential that they could add buffs in different places, and that could be really. I think that could be really fun. Like, it would definitely encourage me at least a couple times a fight to, like, go look for a new person or, like, you know.
Absolutely.
I still like the idea, too, like, I've had this one for a while, but it's, like, if you could pick, like, 3 attacks at the end of the fight to, like, give a buff to. Like, say, like, these are my, like, you know, top whatever 3 attacks.
I think that is kind of polish at this point, but it's just, like,
you can do polish on everything. And polish also doesn't give you that much extra. Like, this would be like a kind of a lot extra. But like, because everybody is doing it, it's more just like, you know, oh, if you do this, then. But you'd have to be like, it's probably just like a point, like a static point add. It's not like a, you know, like a multiplier or anything. But because otherwise, people with math stacks would be like fucking cracked as hell for that. But yeah, or it'd be cool, like, to have achievements about like making mass attacks or submitting for different mediums. Like that stuff would be really easy to do. Like, oh, you did an attack of every single medium, like every single rating possible.
Oh yes.
You did an attack with every single filter possible.
Oh my god, that's
so funny.
Problematic 100.
Yeah, and it's called like Dark Art Fight or something.
Dark Art Fighter. Dark and twisted, evil art
that would be so peak. Like, imagine someone's just like, hey, I'm sorry this is you, but I needed to get my Dark Art Fighter, like, achievement, so I had to draw them.
I need to draw extreme nudity.
Yeah, I need to draw extreme nudity and extreme gore in the same attack.
Oh god! Wait, are we talking in the same attack or just overall?
The same attack, all in one.
Oh my god, that's like, you need a bug, you need sex, you need...
You need a bug! It's the best quote. You need a bug. You need Patrick Bateman. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Or like tryptophobia or something.
Oh my god, yeah, you'd have to put eye strain on it too.
Oh god.
No, but imagine the attacks that would come out of that. It would be so funny. Like, it'd be so memey.
Oh, there are times I have seen some characters that have like every single filter on them, and I open them and they're like benign as hell. Like, why are you doing this?
Okay, we should make a list of like unofficial, official artfight podcast achievements.
Yes, we
can give out to people. So
that'd be awesome. And then we can put a link to them in the description. You can display it on your profile.
I'm actually putting this as a note so we make these because that would be so funny.
That would be so fun. This sounds amazing.
I would actually. This is just me doing duels too because these are all things I've done.
I love duels too, though.
Yeah.
I still want to do a rogue thing at some point. I'll think about it.
Join.
I'll get
Everybody
to mid.
Join.
You need to put it. Okay. You need to put it in the description or something.
I literally forgot about that. Lol. I'll do it in the old one after everyone's already watched it.
It's so okay.
It is hard though because like, you know, it's fun being on a forum because it's like old school. Like it's like it reminds me of like the old art fight that I never was on, you know, back in the days of yore. and history, but most people probably cannot figure out how to do forum things. I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that difficult. You click on a bunch of stuff, but like it is a little weird if you've never
I
used a
think people
forum
just
before.
get afraid they're gonna do something wrong.
You can't though. Like I don't care where
What
you
if you
post.
accidentally press the delete this forum button?
That's impossible. It's not possible at all.
Like, what if
Luckily.
it is?
Well, then congratulations, because you like you found a very large security error in the site.
Yay! I have your API key.
Bruh. That's so funny. Alright, well, I should probably go and finish the attack that I was working on.
Oh yay, have fun. I might start one tonight.
Ooh, yes. And I hope everyone listening to the pod today has been drawing beautiful, beautiful things. If you ever draw something and you're listening to the podcast, you should put what your attack in the comments so we can go comment on it collectively.
Oh yes, absolutely. I remember I used
beautiful.
to draw artfight attacks while listening to you and Clem.
And now you can't. Now you have to
Now I
talk
can't.
and not draw.
I was actually doodling during this one. It was kind of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't do that. I'm really bad at like drawing and talking at the same time.
I was drawing mostly like horizontal lines. It's okay. It was not very sophisticated.
That's awesome. Mark making. I love it.
Yay.
All right, well, we'll be back with more mid takes next time.
More over talking about points.
Yeah. Hey, points are important, man. That's like
True.
That's what our fight's about.
True.
Or was about.
Until it isn't.
Until it isn't. Until they actually say, you know what? No, we're deleting all of the points and even the past points. You don't get any anymore.
Oh God.
You get negative. Negative points is so funny. That would be. I feel like if your ratio gets too low, they start doing negative points.
Yeah.
That would be fucked. Would actually be so evil.
They should Ozymandias artfight where like you can see what it used to be, but you can't have it currently because it's like broken and in the sand.
It would actually, maybe that's how you do health. You have like a total points made counter, but you have like a current points, and if your ratio gets too low, then they start taking away your points, and you have to get them back.
That's kind of awesome.
That's kind of awesome.
I dig this. Or they break all of your achievements in half, like visually in the stats.
Yeah, like you have like shields. Like every shield gets broken.
Yes.
That'd be so hype. All right. Bye, everybody. That's the end.
Bye.